Hello everybody, this is the Daydreamer with Daydreams and Nightmares, and he is up to it again. David McDonough is doing another giveaway, and probably by the time you see this, it's probably going to be over. He posted it this morning, and it's going to be done by 9 o'clock tonight. He's asking 4 questions, so you got to get it in quick. Here it is. He wants to know, what are your top 3 favorite horror movies? That's kind of a hard thing to do. There are a lot of great horror movies out there. I've said my favorite is The Thing, John Carpenter's the original The Thing, and I'm a big, huge fan of Aliens, the whole franchise. I think the first 2 movies, maybe the second a little better because they had more production value in the second movie. And if I have to pick a third, maybe Hellraiser, or Evil Dead. There's another whole set of franchises there. There's a lot of good movies. I mean, you have all the wonderful slasher movies and that came out in the 80s with Nightmare and Halloween, and you got movies like Poltergeist and Omen and The Shining and I don't know. There's a lot of good things that came out of the 70s and 80s that horror-wise hard, like you said, hard to choose. Hard to choose. Same goes for the next question. Favorite horror-themed shows. Once again, if you could just pick one, I don't think I could do that either. I enjoy watching The Walking Dead. I'm a big Supernatural fan. Even if you want, I think I would even lump one of my favorite shows, X-Files, in with that as well. They have aliens, monsters, and government conspiracy type things going on with that. I think that sometimes can fall in that realm as well. And there are a lot of other good ones out there as well. What kind of horror movie would you like to make if you could make one? I think a lot of it's been covered. I think a lot of the horror movies out there have covered just about everything that you could do. If I were to try to be a little different, maybe I don't know if they've done a lot with, let's say, I think it's Madame LeBeau, and a lot of the, say, New Orleans voodoo, that kind of I think it's called Santeria, black magic voodoo, hasn't been played with a lot in a lot of horror movies, and maybe that might be something original. Or I'd like to try to maybe take it back to like turn of the century, 1900s. Try to do something. I think the Edgar Allan Poe movie, the Poe movie that came out, was right around then. I think that's the only one I can think of. I'm thinking like, turn of the century steampunk, like Sherlock Holmes, that kind of period of time, when you had stories like Jekyll and Hyde and Frankenstein, when Shelley was writing those novels, when you had Jules Verne coming up with ideas of traveling around the world and sea monsters and things like that. I think would be a good era to try to go back to maybe try to do some horror stuff as well. And last is, what scares you the most? I'm not as scared, truly. Well, if you want to say, I don't fear a lot of things. I have a healthy respect for heights. I don't like the idea of getting bitten by snakes or spiders or anything like that, but I wouldn't say that I'm truly terrified of them. Not afraid of the dark or anything like that. But if you truly want to get serious about this question, I think the one thing that I fear the most is the unknown. I suppose you have to have a healthy respect. I'm not a truly religious person, so I don't know what's going to happen after I die. So I think the one thing that I fear the most is death and the unknown, more than anything else. Saying that you just really honestly don't know what is going to happen until it happens. So I would say the one thing that I truly fear is not knowing what will happen when I die. So death is probably the one thing I do fear the most, because I just don't know. Anyway, I hope that answers your questions. If you're interested in getting in on this, which is going to be fairly quickly, once again, I will leave the link for David McDonough's down below. And that's it. Thank you.